episode 5 of my Mars Total Beginners tutorial playthrough. I think the graphics and such of this game are actually rather moody, or what the term should be, stimmungsvoll. They are emotional. Hopefully they will not forget that this is so, and also give us some moments and some gameplay that will somehow make us enjoy it like this. I mean, what I'm seeing on screen right now lends itself to the book cover of a science fiction story, doesn't it? There's so much possibility here. But it all boils down to, yeah, some walls, and here's my station. I'm curious, what does the telescope do? Let's make one. Telescope. Needs some steel, okay. Yeah, this locker was full of resources, which are now all gone. What did I do with them? Oh, nothing. I went out there and mined 2 full backpacks, and then I took all the resources in here and in the backpack and smelted them, turbo style, with a real furnace, with a big one up there, because it's much faster than the arc furnace. And then I just stuffed them in the stacker. That's why we have 430 steel, 306 silver, 1300 iron, 4 something lead, nickel, copper. Yeah. So that's the way to compress that stuff. I mean, as we know, if I need some for a recipe, I will just splice it with my stacker, and then I will use that spliced ingot, the small ingot stack, and toss it in there. So I need some steel.
Oxygen low.
Yeah, there's a little problem here. I don't know how exactly this came to be, but even though we have a lot of gas in here, a little of that is oxygen, and CO2 is also relatively low. We have tons of nitrogen. How did that happen? It's weird. Well, I need to expand the station here a bit, because there's really not enough space, and I definitely did want to make this AC test, you know, to use the AC to cool down the air. And if it works well with a short pipe network, not with a long one like this, but maybe from the floor to the ceiling, outside with some radiators, and if that works well for a few days in a row, whereas by the temperature will probably grow in that compressed pipe, I don't know if it can cool down during the night sufficiently. If that works well, then I would just dismantle all this crap. Was good enough for fun, was good enough for a tutorial, and the AC is kind of a push-button machine, you know. It says, this is what I do, now stick pipes on me, turn me on, haha, now I'm horny. I mean, we also have ACs in reality, and this one does kind of the same thing. It creates waste heat, but it also transports heat. And there's the storm. I mean, it's cool to do this pipe approach, because it's just using the most basic in-universe stuff. We're using the fact that these pipes are not insulated, so they would be bleeding thermal energy into the outer atmosphere, which is colder during the night, and pumping then the station atmosphere, which is warm, into that pipe to cool it down. That's so very basic. It's not magical, like the AC is kinda magical. So what to do first? Let's make the telescope. No, that's silver. Oh. Maybe I should put a switch here. Large stack, small stack, so it flips over between 1000 and 30, for example. That sounds like a good idea, actually. Should I do this now? I could, for example, have 2 memory chips here, one with a small value, one with a large value, and then 2 simple push buttons, and when I push them, the value will be transferred to this thing. That should work somehow. I'm curious, should I do this? One thing led to another. Let's explore the logic devices, because I think one of them was for choosing the input device. Somehow. That's not successful. Where are all the logic chips? Okay, let's go here then. Compare gate. What might the gate do? Performs a logical operation on one or more binary inputs that produces a single binary output. An input greater than 0 is considered true for operations. Sorry, that doesn't tell me anything. This one sounds good. Logic select. Equal, lesser... Oh, no. Unary? Okay. What does a hash generator do? It's not even saying here. Man. I thought there was also one that switches between two inputs. There are also trigger plates. I don't know. This can certainly be done. I would just resort to the brute force method of using the IC10. I don't want to do that now. Let's go for the telescope. Okay, so that's a bigger thing. How much electricity are we currently drawing? A bit about 1000 watts, not much. In between videos I installed another light because it was quite dark over here and also here. And I changed the logic here in the IC10 so that the light will stay on all the time because we have that much electricity. I don't care. We just can leave it on. That's convenient. Another improvement to our lives. I also filled another canister here, a large one with oxygen, and stuffed it in here, and so thus I refilled actually this tank because the pressure will be equalized. Maybe that's also what sucked away all that oxygen. But why is there so much nitrogen? Maybe it just evolved over time. Me tossing down ice. Hey wait, I have an idea. Yeah, that's it. I tossed down so many ice water balls also between videos. That was it, yeah. That's why we have this amount of water in here. Lots of water. If ever we need water, that's here. Gold. big one. Interesting. This may not be necessary, but I don't play this for necessity, but for fun. So I want something underneath that doesn't have holes into which you could fall. Electricity could be a problem. That side has it. No! Should I put it here, next to everything? The cable would be shorter. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Interesting, I was about to say something like storm, be gone. No, really. Yes, and we're still running on the same jetpack bottle that we had in the beginning, which is, by the way, filled with nitrogen. Not that it has to be nitrogen, doesn't matter what it is. But if you want to stick with nitrogen, I think I know where to get some. But I don't know how, there's no space in there. This is the place for the telescope. Dash sheets. I did not toss the screwdriver away. I have no idea what that happened there, and I'm pretty sure that no matter how fucked up my mouse might be by now, that must have been a game bug. How much electricity does this thing draw? 10 watts. 10 watts? I think I would have been okay with 200 watts. We need more cables. Wonder how empty the solar array room is by now. We could also have some landing pad over here and the radio equipment, which would fit nicely to the telescope, mood-wise. And so that would lend itself to be another low-power electricity network with small cables. Should I put a transformer here? There's a cable down there? Really? In that place? There is. Huh. Could have been so nice, but no. Crap. Okay, whatever. What choice do we have? So we can go to multiple networks here. One would be back here, another one would be here. And this will be... let's make a transformer and stop all the cable printing. Again, the transformer's purpose is to limit the amount of power that electric devices can draw, or rather that an entire network can draw. That's why we have a transformer over here, which is set to 5000, which is the maximum for this device. Oops. Since the cables are rated for 5000, the cables down here in the floor and in the ceiling, no matter what happens here, if we attach like 10 wall heaters, which will overall draw 10,000 watts and turn all of them on, there will be brownouts, but there will never be an actual draw of that much electricity.
Hunger caution.
So no cable will burn out. Looking forward to seeing what the telescope can do. I wonder if it can be operated by hand in a meaningful way, or if it always requires some kind of programming IC or something. Our multi-purpose IC is still down here. I haven't changed anything about it otherwise. So at some point, probably between videos, I will split the source code in 2 or 3. Telescope cover is closed. Nothing is being observed. Oh, slow as fuck. Even if you would use programming to point this at the sun, for example, I wonder if it could keep up. Leaving footprints on lens. Okay, so, oh, I see. This is vertical angle and this is horizontal angle, and what I would have to do to look at the sun is turn this whole thing around. Doesn't turn me. Yeah, that would have been too easy. I guess I have to input the exact values. Which requires programming. The sun's like, fuck you. Okay, that's a little disappointment. I wonder what we would have gotten by looking at the sun. Should I put a computer out here with MIPS and such? For example, the solar panels could be oriented. No, I need a power supply for that, and the power supply in here doesn't really work. Or does it? I mean, it's full right now, but that's only because our batteries have been full all the time, so not most of the power was sucked away in that direction. Ah, damn. Decisions. Hey, is this thing off? Oh, when no power is being drawn, then the light switch will be off. Interesting, didn't know that. Okay, so much for the telescope for now. What's on the agenda? Oh man, I wanted to see how empty that now is. Pressure 0. Completely evacuated. So let's turn that off. But leave it in place, why not? I mean, these things are cheap. At least I know where the sun is. Are they not moving at all? Weird. Yeah, so the idea was get some CO2 from the Martian atmosphere. We're just pumping some stuff in using the same kind of devices. But the pressure in here is... oh, pressure in here is fine. We could actually do so. And if I connect this little pipe down here with some other pipes throughout the entire station, on this side an outlet with a back pressure regulator, which makes sure that the pressure in the pipe is never below X, then I would have some kind of constant station scrubbing going on in case there's pollution, I think. But I want to do the AC thing. I think that's the most interesting part, so let's expand the station a bit. Oh! Wasn't that clear? There's an option here to flatten. Let's use that. See what happens. Flatten wasn't enough. Can't see the floor. I think there's gonna be a lot of boring building at the beginning of this vid. Oh. Yeah, what are the other things I had planned? So this O2 scrubbing thing, which we already have going on, except not continuously. To make that continuous would have been cool. I want to do a small AC setup, but I don't have any space. I looked around, there's no space for this thing. Then getting some CO2 into the station, just pumping it from the atmosphere with some pressure protection. And then I'd like to try to make solid fuel, which is a black brick which stores a lot of energy. And then of course at some point I would like to have a shower, drinking fountain and such. So what this will be here, I believe, is over there is kind of the central hub of the entire station. However large it might be, I have no clue yet. Didn't exactly plan this. Glorious. What? I'm not sure if one was exactly what I needed, so let's make a few more. No, not again. Oh man. I have observed something regarding myself. Whenever I have eaten, and I believe that's kind of true for everybody, the mind will be slowed. It will be in some kind of relaxation mode. Maybe that is from when we were cavemen. Actually, you know, I mean, how many times during the day would we successfully kill the tiger or the bear? How often would we have a successful hunt? And then we just wouldn't push a button and then the microwave would heat it up or something, but that was quite an endeavor to make happen. So yeah, we lived together, I know, so that would be shared work, but we were also nomads. So maybe it was rather normal for the people to only eat once a day, like I do. And so maybe when we have eaten, the mind shuts down kind of because the work is done. You know, you have successfully survived this day. Now it's time to shut off. Maybe that's really what it is. And the last, this is video 5, right? The last 4 videos I recorded in the morning when I was of fresh mind. But this one I'm recording in the evening, and I've eaten a truckload like an hour ago, so maybe that kind of shows, I'm not sure. I mean, it's an interesting thought. You are yourself, but when you eat something, then you are yourself plus the food. Of course, I mean, you're made to digest that stuff, so it's just contained within you and then you digest that, and meanwhile you do other stuff. It doesn't affect you, right? Or does it? I mean, who feels affected by a good meal mentally and who doesn't? Which begs the question, I mean, if our nervous system is on our entire bodies and the brain is connected with that, so we are kind of, in a way, mind-wise in our entire bodies, then what is food? Before it has been digested and after it has been digested. When I say after it has been digested, you might be thinking of shit, but yeah, okay, but there's also the other aspect, which is the purpose for which we ate that, the useful stuff. What is that then? Is that then ourselves? And before we have digested it, what is that then? The world? Is that then the world that we have taken into us a bit? Which is very pleasant, you know, we're downloading energy from reality, and that is why that is so much fun. And some people, they don't quite manage to strike the balance, and then we call them ham planets and such. Again, need 2 more. And then the walls, what walls will I use? Could already put up the door, I guess. If I had it, it's the door is indoors. So reality that made us is handing us energy and we're taking it into ourselves, and then what are we? Ourselves plus a bit of reality? But we have to become ourselves, so we have to go through the work of digestion, which we have gotten used to over many, many years. I mean, it's what we are. So it's completely normal, but it has to be done. Just eating more and more, you have to make it yourself, I guess. You have to turn it into yourself. Just adding more stuff is not the answer. That's why I have opted for a cycle of... That's one of the reasons, actually one of the main reasons. I have opted for a cycle of eat, wait 24 hours and then eat again. Which gave the body a sufficient opportunity to do whatever it does. When we put up the walls, what materials were used? What does the composite wall look like? Aha, here we can see it. Some opportunity that everything doesn't have to look completely samey. I was thinking about maybe putting glass doors here and leaving them open the whole time and adding some automatism that realizes some shit's going down here or down there, going down there, and then it would close the respective door. So we had some kind of automatic seal here, but I'm not sure about that yet and haven't done such a thing before. So I choose to just go manual hatch for now, for which I need iron sheets. There should also be an airlock here, so that I can go outside for real. Where then? Here, I would say. Or here, in the corner? Let's not put it in the corner. This will probably be a decision I regret at some point, but it will also make things more colorful regarding to choosing what's where. Particularly since I intend to make this room 2 stories high. Wait, I'm setting up walls? That's supposed to be a window. Ah, crap. I don't know, let's replace 2 maybe with windows and leave the rest as is, see what happens. And what feels better. I mean, I won't ever change it if I don't just change it at some point, right? But the rest shall be windows. And then we see. Yeah, that was clever. That should be the inside, right? But won't I be more on the inside than on the outside? I'm not sure about this decision. Of course, I can add more windows on this side so that they're looking like this on both sides. That's a possibility. So what does this need for completion? Steel? Don't tell me it's steel sheets. Two plastic sheets required. Angle grinder. Two plastic sheets. I had that in my hand just now. Oh, I didn't point right. Damn. So we need iron sheets, and I guess I have to crack open that new bottle of what's its name? Silicon, right? No iron sheets left.
Critical.
Burn seeds. Didn't do anything with those yet. Wait, what did I just do? Okay, now I have one fern. For whatever reason, I didn't get the full amount. I guess one of them grew poorly. So where's my table? Here. Actually, when I was mining, I was also thinking about getting cobalt, which we don't have yet, and I didn't fucking find any. Really not. Oh! Oh, I see we have a problem. I need silver ore. Or can I do that with a stack of silver? Probably not. I can? Okay, I didn't know that at all. Yeah, burger. want to get some rotten food. Some biomatter. Want to see what that's like. I've never used that. I mean, of course I've seen that stuff. But there are ways to use it. For example, well, I believe charcoal can be made with that. Let's see. Charcoal. How is it created? How to manufacture the advanced furnace or the arc furnace by putting, yeah, biomass in there. Or carbon. Okay, some recipes are kind of redundant. Biomass, okay. So let's rot some potatoes. Yeah, I'm drinking through the fucking helmet. Easy mode, huh. Yeah, easy mode implies I should tell you something. How to do this, how to do that, but currently I'm kinda out of ideas. As in, I can't think of anything. There's probably still lots to tell still, but it's just, you know, the thought doesn't occur. The AC thing, of course, yeah. Have to get there first. Let's complete that door. Yeah, that's stupid. I cannot operate the door when I'm holding that thing, because this way I can just weld the manual hatch in place so it cannot be closed, or vice versa, so it cannot be opened. I don't want to do that. Wait, that wasn't the best plan. Now I'm wasting some atmosphere. Inefficient. More steel. Oh. Man, I should have done that between you know, the thing between videos. Maybe I should actually scrap this video and just present you with the result? No. Nah. Nope. No, you have to suffer through it. No. It is pain that I chose, and you shall experience it in full. Yes, and 2 more door. Oh, right. This thing also prints doors. I need more, I know. Since it's supposed to be an airlock.
You are listening to music from Synthera and Exosphere on Soma FM.
So then I have to run the heavy cable over there so we have electricity, and then I would want to split that off. There would also be I wanted to put an APC, one APC, into the airlock here, but that's not really an airlock, at least for now, so... Yes, and then 2 active vents, which I cannot carry anymore, or can I? I need copper? Or I just take this active vent over here. Looks like shit, man. But that can be fixed. It's not a fatal problem. Stares blankly into the camera. Oh, there's more. In general, I am of the opinion that there's far more to the world than what meets the eye or what we know so far. That's probably true and few people would disagree, but I believe that our connection as beings with those things that are so far beyond us is more relevant than we would assume so far, and that's, I assume, where we differ. No! 1, 2, 3, 4, 16.
Please take caution.
That is so fucked up. Okay. This one goes here. I mean, where it goes really one's own choice, but ceiling means least impact on the placement of other things, so let's use the ceiling. Or should I use large powered vents here, which can actually also be used just with the standard airlock console, I believe. So I could just walk through this thing in no time, because they're turbo fast. Should I use those instead? Yeah, then we get something to see. And it's just, the video isn't then entirely boring, just mostly. This would, I believe, use Constantin or Invar. Kit powered vent, and two of these allow me to select successfully of this kit the large powered vent. Electrum Invar. Too bad I don't really have some Electrum right now. Should we make some? I mean, I have some buried here. 24 grams, that's not much. Let's make some Electrum, just for fun. Electrum, what does it take? It takes gold and silver, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. How much do we have of that? 300 here and 190 here. So let's take 50. Ah, that's convenient. Shit. Could actually be cool to do a live base building, you know, with other people in the chat, and some people ask, or just playing together, you know, just playing together and then, but doing a recording, and I'm like blah 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 blah. But it's not like I'm the only guy knowing something. The other people might also chime in. Who knows? It's not a plan I'm having, just spitballing. And silver. And we need glass, right? This gives us about 80 glass. 80. 80 is probably more than we need. Shit, man. Oh man, that's just retarded. How? Just walks to a place and gets stuck. Why am I carrying around an empty battery is a better question. I don't have anything to smelt with, but currently I have no pockets either to put that into, so... that wouldn't fly. Can't toss it on the ground due to storm danger. Really, I do feel as if I'm burdened by the food within me. I don't know where to go exactly. I know I'm not exactly enlightening the audience and what is happening here. I mean, you can extrapolate. This will take much longer. You fast forward, then you're there and realize, see, it took much longer. And in between, I will probably not have revealed the secrets of the universe to you, so... Which I believe are probably not even secrets. They are just things that are not known. Why should the universe have secrets? But then again, maybe it has secrets. Maybe there are things not to be known until we're not ready. For example, the energy problem. Can we solve cold fusion? Or is there even a better energy source for us? Maybe we can't solve it before the universe doesn't give the okay. I don't think that the universe has to consider the entropy potential as in... I mean, the thing is, once we have... Let's say we had endless energy. We had an energy source, for example a generator that you can put in your house and you can draw as much electricity as you want. It will never run out and it's super cheap. Would that be good? No, it would be bad. Because what happens then is that the waste heat from every household will skyrocket. So we will increase the amount of thermal energy that we excrete into the environment radically. And since we are stupid, or people in general are stupid creatures, they will not come to a consensus as to who is to turn off their fucking oven. And so we will die. Maybe it's good that we don't have that yet. Oh, that's useful. Ah, you're kidding me! One is left and it's up here. It's fucking ridiculous. Oops. Nice trap. Doors. Or should we use composite doors here? No, I would use glass doors. Because why not? Oh, guess what? I need glass. Give me a break, man. One for up there, one for the door, or was it two? And then two more for the other door. And then? What else was there? What? That's the one.
Power low.
Man, that was easy. It's as easy as steel, except you have to do it when the furnace is virgin, because then it's really that easy. Let's go here then. 100. Split it. Invar. What does the powered vent need? Electronic parts, I would guess. So we need 2 of the kit, screwdriver 2 electronic parts, and welding torch 4 plastic sheets. Do I have plastic sheets? I do not. Sure, I forgot something. But the only way to remember it is to go out there and be frustrated. That would make more sense to flip these walls. Okay. Wait, let me guess. I made too little. Bonk, bonk. Of course I did. Yep, those are the big boys. Yep. Missing is still a gas sensor, the pipes and cowls, a disc. Where can I stick that in? Oh, there. Very good, very good. Well done. Coincidentally. So 2 electronic parts here. Pipes, electricity, dude. I needed glass. I don't have glass. This is at this rate. I should put an autolathe in that room, man. So, 2 electronic parts. Iron. Do I have iron? Pipes. Passive vent, very good. And a pipe cowl, please. And the area power controller. For the new airlock. Disc. Maybe I should make it so the moment I enter the station, all manufacturers are turned on automatically. Because, I mean, look at the batteries, still rather full. And if they ever get sucked a bit down because the stuff I'm doing, just put up another row of solar panels. That room over there has still 20 to 30,000 watts to give during the days. Well, I do see the appeal of a zoop function, where you define start and end and the rest happens automatically. Oh. Let's inspect this whole thing. This wall. Closed. This wall. Closed. The ceiling. Closed. That wall. Closed. Close from there. In disk. Forgot the gas sensor. And this thing needs to be powered. Maybe I should have put this thing over here, then we could have the APC over there, where the cable is coming from. Yeah, it's not too late to do that. Let's do that. No, that doesn't work. Neither does this. Fuck man, I would have to use 2 cowls. Lame. So, what's missing here? We need a gas sensor, a pipe cowl. We have the 2 vents. We have the airlock logic, not yet assigned. We have electricity, almost. can I pipe this through this wall? Actually, there should be a transformer here, which starts the new network. And then from here I go into the airlock. So we need a transformer, a gas sensor, and a pipe cowl. And a shower. And we need more cables. The entire room is like I poured some copper down here to fill the entire floor. There's no space left for the gas sensor. Wait, if there's no space left for the gas sensor, then there's no space left for a cable to connect the gas sensor. What the shit? Dude, what would I do? Should I just place it like in the room? No, it needs to be placed on a wall. That would be blocked. There's no place, I have to put it on the ceiling, but how do I get electricity there? It's basically, I think I have to move the APC out of the airlock, but that's out of the question. We're absolutely staying here, man. Ah, that's stupid. What's next? I mean, I think about scrapping this video and just showing off, hey, look what I built next time when I know what I'm doing, instead of this bullshit here. What will I do?
Oxygen low.
What is happening? At some point I should really just leave the manufactory running and make a few stacks of cables, a few stacks of heavy cables, a few stacks of this and of that. Ideally automatically, but that's really beyond for now. I've never really had a save game that lasted very, very long, you know, like 15, 20 hours maybe, and then the next run started. And that's certainly somewhat my fault, because I crave adventure and novelty and the push at the beginning. But also, of course, Rocketworks has to add some more things so that you have more purpose to actually build the station. It's early access, what can you do? Cable to connect that stuff. Gas sensor, I will just have a cable in from floor to ceiling. Then the room over there doesn't yet have some good air content. That should be worked on. Maybe I should do... yeah, okay, okay, the following project now emerges. I will use the planet's atmosphere to pump in gas and such. And what am I doing? More of the planet's atmosphere. And then there will be some crap in there. There will be oxygen. Let's see what would be in there. We can see that right here. What would be in there is 2% oxygen, 95% CO2. So that seems like that would be a great place for plants. But I can just, I mean, once the pressure is high enough, can just open these two doors. This will then equalize with this room, so we get a lot of nitrogen over there, lots of CO2 over here, good thing. Not enough O2 then, that's a problem. We can toss down some ice. All of that sounds very promising. But first I would have to try to achieve some pressure in there. For that I want to use the classic, just an active vent and a passive vent and leave them running as fuck. Do I have some extra active vent? Yes I do. Two even. What luxury. What endless blessings. Yeah, the portables connector I printed because I want to try out to put this thing, you know, the tank, on this thing. I don't know why there is this kind of shower head kind of thing there, because that vanishes as soon as you connect something to it, and when you disconnect something from it, then the shower head thingy up there doesn't return. So it's some old crap, I guess. You can see here the thing has two connectors, one gas, one liquid at the top here, at the top of the screen. And you can connect, for example, this thing, and then when you connect it, you can no longer open it or close it, because by connecting it, it will be open. So that will just be a regular tank then, which will then excrete everything into the atmosphere. What you can do is, of course, you can connect a pipe to this, then it will be stopped. Or actually, I'm not sure. Is this thing now already effectively closed? Like when you add a pipe to it, is it also closed? I'm not sure, but anyway, it will be open to the pipe unconditionally, and so I could then fill that thing from the atmosphere or from. I wanted to connect to this piece of pipe here, and then fill it automatically. I would just stuff a simple bottle in here, simple canister, and this thing would then fill that thing to pressure, which would then also have filled this thing to pressure. And yeah, we don't have enough oxygen in here to do that, and no space to place that down. Everything is very cramped. So at the beginning we had the survival push. Build a station, get some electricity, get some air. Now we have everything is cramped. I can't take a shower. Everything is inconvenient. It's functional but inconvenient. So maybe we should take this as the foundation. As in, I just purchased a new game. It's called Stationeers. This is what you start with, and what you have to do now is you have to take all this stuff and make more of it. That's the way to look at it. Okay, active vent we have here. Electricity is over there. We can just start pumping. We can see the pressure with the tablet. And if that's too much pressure at some point, then we'll just be fucked. But I guess the pumping will be slow enough, or... well, we'll see. Oh! low gravity. High gravity. I know, it's stupid. It's gamified. It's a crutch. We want to have the planets simulated realistically, but we don't want to drift around in the rooms all the time. Or do we? I'm not even sure what my intention there would be. That's a bit fucked up. If you play in the asteroid field where you're completely weightless, when you build a room, would you fall to the ground? I'd guess so. It's weird. I wish you could build the autolathe on the wall also, and the doors in the ceiling and in the floor. Would be cool. You walk around here and you trigger some plate, and then a door in the ceiling opens, and tons of chickens are being dumped on you. Ah, it's lit, as in there's some load here. And that load is the battery, which is being discharged by that thing running. And possibly also by these guys running, huh? Let's measure the differential. In here, the pressure is 0. There's no pressure in this box here. There's absolutely no gas right now. Actually, what am I saying? Supposedly there is some pressure. I mean, there's some gas here. Huh? What does this say? This means that it's some pollutant which is evaporating. Why would it be doing that? Because there's pollutant in the air. This thing pumps at super high power, that in this pipe, which has 16 megapascals, where we have liquid pollutant, which then comes out here, like when we have water ice that we toss to the ground. Oh, do you hear that? And so that comes out here, spreads around as liquid, and then slowly becomes normal pollutant again. My god, still over here? Yeah, these are the large powered vents. Now you have seen what the fuck they do. Maybe I spray paint that cable white.
Power low.
Power low? Okay. That is all powered. So we could now turn this airlock into a real airlock. The right powered vent is for inside. So let's configure the airlock. And since I haven't done that yet, save the game. Oh fuck. Yeah, it's on the ground, and what orientation should it take then? It's currently locked, that's the external one, and that's even correct. Gas sensor, glass door exterior. Is that true? No, that was the wrong one. Is currently... Wait, what? The advanced airlock is currently disabled. Shouldn't it say that it's currently locked and can therefore not be operated? Glass door and Shazam. So let's cycle that airlock then. Currently it's fast, of course, because there's... Dude, I said it's fast, of course. What is happening? What is happening? Oh, right. I haven't yet configured it correctly. Damn it. The repressurization level should be 0 for my purposes here. Damn, I can't put it anywhere. But once there's gas in here, we will have the pleasure of observing how fast this motherfucker is in both directions. But there's an even faster way to make an airlock. I did that in one of my moon bases. That's a MIPS programming thing, so if you would look in my videos, there is a moon MIPS programming thing. I don't know what it's called, but the word MIPS and programming is certainly in the title, where I have an airlock that uses these two guys here. Actually one of them only, because it's a moon airlock. You only need one to consider one atmosphere. And there's a chip in the ground, IC10, and when you just walk into the airlock and it cycles automatically. You don't even have to push a button, and then the other door opens, and it's so fast in both directions. It's almost like walking straight without a pause. Almost. Where do I put the disc? Okay. Okay, let's pump some air in here then. No. Yes. This floor certainly needs to be closed. It's horrible. Not good. I can only operate it from the outside. Without a switch, I mean. So let's already activate this guy. Set outward is now being shown, as in if I click here it will be set outward. So it is currently set inward into the pipe network. Good, and turn it on. You'd think that it will suck the air in here rather fast, but no. This will take a while. Five kilopascal. Let's check over here. Very slow. Not to be forgotten though. Rather not. Good thing I can just turn it off from the inside by just flipping off this guy. And the airlock would still be functional thanks to the battery buffer. So, what's the next step? I'd like to beautify the floor, but I think first I should build some stuff, otherwise it's stupid.
Hydration critical.
The hydration is currently in a critical state. So the floor should be closed off. 9 kilopascal already. Yeah, and then I said something about yeah, I didn't actually say that out loud. The quiet part was that I would like to clean the air in here using not a scrubber, but a minimal setup with an active vent, a insulated pipe, and a passive liquid drain, and also, I guess, a back pressure regulator, so that the gas that is pumped into that pipe can escape into the room, but so that new gas can be pumped into the pipe, else that's kind of useless. And then we would have some constant pollutant cleansing going on in here. Or not just pollutant. Let's look at the phase change diagram of nitrous oxide. You can see here, as soon as the pressure reaches, let's say, 2 megapascals, and the temperature is not higher than 400 Kelvin, not higher than 150 Celsius, that stuff would become liquid. So now we are even safe then also from laughing gas, which would knock us unconscious. So what do I need? I have pipes already. I need an active vent. Which I place down here. No, come on. That would be the active vent here. And then this pumps from the air into the pipe network. This is the pipe network. Why is it so long? So that the exhaust will be on a different side of the room, else maybe it will be too one-sided. Maybe it will only suck its own cork instead of someone else's. And then here a back pressure regulator and a passive vent. Yeah. Pressure 17 kilopascals. Let's see how fast this is. Back pressure regulator will cost me 100. Who the fuck gives a fuck? That's wrong. No, it's not the right one. I am. You're kidding me. No, I'm not kidding you. You are kidding me. No, I'm not. Die. Yeah, no clue why I did this. I guess force of habit or something. Who cares? Didn't I have another active vent that I don't use? That is... And of course a passive liquid drain and probably 2 insulated pipes. Pressure guesstimation 25 kilopascals. 28 kilopascals. What the fuck? Exactly correct. Can I hear some applause and shit? No, actually not in shit. Leave that out. Only the clapping. Thanks. Yeah. Pressure regulator, which when we only use the back pressure regulator, because the purpose that we have here is to make sure that this pipe will be relieved of its pressure once the pressure is high enough. This, as far as I know, is exactly like a pipe, as in it is a pipe, and therefore it can be stuck directly to an active vent and also can be stuck directly to this thing. One of the developers said so, I mean not what I just said here, but they said that this guy is actually a pipe, said so in the Europa playthrough that they did together about 1.5 or 2 months ago. Let's continue this on the outside and then I will try to make this happen. It's the first time that I do this. I mean, of course, yeah, I have done this on the other side of this wall already, but there was not a dedicated system. This is. Let's see what it does. And still rather quick. — 33? No, okay. Was a bit hasty. Okay, I need to set this to the appropriate pressure, let's say like 30 megapascals. Or 40 maybe, let's be intense about this. So, now I turn this on. And now nothing happens because the pipe is still empty. Okay, let's analyze the air. We have almost 1 mole of pollution in here. The pressure will probably decrease a lot once I fill this pipe, but that's then part of the game. Pressure decreasing. Pipe network pressure increasing. There's now also liquid CO2. Because the temperature in here is actually... that's not wise. I'm actually pumping the CO2 out also. I wanted to benefit from that, man. The room is too cold. That's an interesting problem to have, man. So this way we could also get rid of CO2. But I don't wanna. Yeah, if there's lots of liquid in a pipe, then actually just one passive liquid drying might not cut it. I wonder if I should put 2 or 3 on there, on the outside. Yeah, this room needs to get warmer first. Or I should just stop pumping ice cold air in here. That would be a start. So let's add a water heater and another insulated pipe and another passive liquid drain. For their rate is not infinite. 1, 2. Let's add 2. 2 passive liquid drains, 2 insulated pipes, a sip of water, in the real world as in the simulated reality of Stationeers. Looky here, 3 stars instead of 2. 2 more. Yes, and there was something else. What was there? Heater. Hard tell. Only 1 or 2? I mean, I don't want to wait for 10 hours, so let's make 2. And while we're at it, let's make 3. And while we're at it, let's make 4. $4,000 watts. What a slow airlock. Yeah, cool thing about these big vents is that you can just also make a larger airlock. because they are so very fast and suck from multiple locations at the same time instead of just their own. But there's one thing to consider, and that is that airlock actually empty? And just because one part of the airlock thinks, yeah, I'm empty, doesn't mean it's actually empty. And so we might be mixing atmospheres and or losing atmosphere. Yeah, so you might have to have gas sensors everywhere. I don't know if you can actually assign multiple gas sensors. If so, then I would assume that automatically the minimum will be used, that this thing automatically looks not at the average, but at the minimum. But even if it looks at the average, if it doesn't have any calculation errors, then that should have the same outcome. So, some heaters then. Sure, do that. Temperature, minus 11 degrees. Well, this is wicked. If I turn this on, it will keep pumping in even colder air. But we have our wall heaters. Still minus 10. No wonder, the room is relatively big for a little wall heater. What else did I want to do? That's it, basically. Wait until the temperature is reasonable, and then fill it up again. If the pressure is like 40 or 50 megapascals, then CO2 will become liquefied even at 0 degrees. As you can see here, that will be minus 3 degrees. Or minus 1, 0, whatever. It's best to wait until we are in the positive before we risk it.
Power low.
Forgot the floor. That would be a flat wall. Steel sheets I have. Maybe I actually want to have manufacturers in multiple rooms, but how do I get then the ingots? It would be cool if I had some kind of central storage, and from every room I can somehow get it. But that's fantasy. That can be made to happen, yeah. But that's then a save game that holds for many more hours, and maybe I should finally have one of those. And Mars has this kind of romantic flair that would call for such a thing, I guess. I wonder, is this too much electricity? No brownouts to speak of. It's funny, about 80 years ago, this was even in the news, there was a brownout in Germany. Yeah, now that we have this room, what will I do with it? Ironically, I wanted to set up the AC to test some cooling system, but we can already start with that, why not? 50 kilopascals. And a flat wall to cover that stupid airlock floor. Who would have thought so? More pipes. This thing. Then I would have to have outdoor pipes with radiators, so not insulated, explicitly not. Maybe I need one insulated pipe for the indoors, because I have to... Here's the AC, then there's a pipe at the AC which goes to the outdoors, but isn't there instantaneously, and so slightly the heat of that pipe would bleed back into the station, and we want to realistically guesstimate how effective that thing is. Therefore, let's not play games, but instead be serious about this whole game. So, what do I need for that AC setup? I think I will first go with passive liquid drains. Not drains, I mean for passive vents. For the inside and the for sucking in and pumping out. Just plain simple, straightforward. And then we need some radiators. And then we also need to fill that pipe with some working gas that is a reliable, good gas, and we don't have that over there. So I would suggest I will just take some oxygen. That should be enough. How are we looking? 0? Oh, it was pumping that empty because I had opened that thing to the room air to empty it to get some more oxygen into this room. Which is kind of funny because now we're getting not enough. It will complain very soon that I don't have enough oxygen here to breathe. But the next room, once it is set up properly, will solve that. And that here is just stupid programming.
Oxygen low.
Yes, and I would need also a canister holder, storage, pipe utility, so that I can get from this bottle the gas, the working gas, into the pipe system for the waste gas side, or the waste side of the AC. That's good enough, thank you. Should have brought some spray paint. Temperature 6 degrees, so we can do the thing. Set. Red means sucks away into the pipe. Now, very soon we should get, yeah, there it is, pollutant that is becoming liquid. So we will go outside and check if the pollutant here is doing funny things. There's pollutant here, of course. But here, there's also pollutant that becomes, that is evaporating from its liquid form. So yes, we are excreting pollutant here. Where is that coming from? From this room. Therefore, the ratio pollutant here should be decreasing. Slowly. So we just built an air scrubber. I've never done this, but it, you know, it was not from 0 to 100. I had some foundation to build on. It will now stop pumping, see what happens. Ah, wrong. I wanted to stop pumping. Aha, the pollutant in there is descending to 0. And then that will be gone. The room still has some. Yeah. Looking good. So let's start with the AC system. The left arrow is for the waste gas, so that we should be close to the wall. On the right side we have the used gas, as in the cool stuff. So that placement seems alright. Yeah, it's just a slight problem. I can't use it like this. It has to be removed from the wall somewhat. Or should I... I mean, pipes can go around the corner. Why shouldn't they do this in this case? On this backside, there's nothing interesting except for the cable connection. Yeah, that seems fine. Hey, nice. This way we also have some opportunity to connect the wait, that's wrong. The waste gas source. This thing would of course be more effective if I'd pump the room air in there forcefully using an active vent. But let's see how effective it is without such magic. Room temperature 11 degrees. Pressure is already rather high. I will stop pumping in now, as in I will have to go outside now. Or do I? Fuck you. Okay, the room has technically been filled with gas. As in, there will not be any further pollutant coming in here. So why shouldn't we use this to get rid of it once and for all? Now, the AC, it needs power. Dude. Looking good. Okay. Now we need the waste gas system. Right, wow, what's the gas in here? Very little oxygen. Lots of CO2. Wait, the fuck? What am I doing? This is the opposite. The waste gas is not to heat the room. Ah, come on. One too few? What else? Yeah, ice. I should bring some. I do have ice. It's not enough. Let's bring some more ice for the oxygen. This will cool down the room. Yeah, it will. That is sadly true. But you have an AC for that. The AC can also be set to heating, you know that? Right. Insulated pipe. Of which I should actually have a large stack in here. But I don't feel comfortable wasting the resources on such things already in mass. In masses. If that's not enough, then that's not enough. Who would have thunk that? "27 degrees and some pollutant." I must say I don't like how high the pressure is. Funny, that door is inside the active vent. Some more oxygen then? %11 only, it's way too low. But the pressure is already very high. Sigh. Okay, let's do a trick then. Because the passive vent has two modes, two kit members. This one that you can see, and the one that is just a double-sided passive vent, and so I just opened a hole in the window for some time. Still too high. Hilarious how weak these guys are, huh? I wish I had some volatiles on me. I could just set the air on fire. That would make it warmer. But this will pollute the room. Yeah, it would. Do I have the canister on me? Yes, I do. So if I stick it in that hopefully properly evacuated pipe network, yes, then we will have our working gas at 8 megapascals, which is good. Could have been 2, 3, 4, but 8 or 20 is also good, depending on what we will do with it. If I cool the room, then this will get hotter, therefore it will expand, therefore it will have more volume. I think with 8 we are very, very much fine. So job's done. So we can now use the AC. Let's turn everything off that has atmospheric effects, so that we can analyze what this does. And wait for everything to settle. I wish there was less sway of the tablet, of the hand, you know. It's impossible to walk a few meters to the side and analyze what's going on there because it's moving so much. That sucks. Okay, 15 degrees. I want it warmer. Let's say 20 degrees is our target temperature. You can see now that this pipe is getting much colder because thermal energy is being removed from the pipe, but fret not, this is oxygen, which is quite tolerant to that. The room temperature is possibly increasing slightly, probably. The thing with the AC is it doesn't just cool or doesn't just heat, it achieves the target temperature. So if the sun is shining down on this thing, it will cool. And right now, it is heating. I have a problem here though. At the highest pressure, at minus 109, we would get liquid oxygen in there. Liquid oxygen. But I think this will not actually happen because the larger the difference is between what this thing has to do, the less effective it will become. It's still 16.9. That's extreme, man. Yeah, the wall heaters are the better choice for this. Pressure is nice, temperature is nice, pollutant is low, oxygen is higher even than in the other room, little nitrogen, lots of CO2. It's time to open the door.
Oxygen low.
Barely growing towards fruiting. What would be the reason, man? Barely growing? Barely growing is bad. Let's analyze. Normally the reasons are rather simple, but barely? What's going on? Was it maybe the absence of CO2? Growth efficiency horrible? Temperature is fine. Light efficiency is bad. Light deficient. It needs more light. Huh. Interesting. So these things need more light. Didn't even know that. Pause. Burn. Does it say here how much light it needs? Light per day, 8 minutes. Light per day, 5 minutes. Aha! That would be the explanation. And that stuff already had some illumination stress. So, we need to also control this guy now, according to our whether it's day or night. And if we wouldn't have the problem of no more space left in the source code, that would be even easy to do, but maybe it can be pulled off. Structure grow light. I see housing, okay. How many lines do we have? A few lines left, okay. Is there a daylight sensor somewhere here? Here. This is where I changed the ceiling light. And I just said that below 70 the ceiling light shall be on, but now it's on all the time. So let's say that the grow lights shall all be on according to whether we have a day. Greater than or equal to 90. Alright, now this is of course less than or equal. Less than or equal. Or less than, doesn't matter. Can I control it manually? No, it turns on again. Okay, so that problem has been solved. They will be growing fine. So in the next day we're gonna see, next day at the same time we're gonna see that that's growing fine. What's the time of day? Solar angle, vertical 36, 35. So it's already in the evening. It's going down to minus. Wait, what am I saying? No, sure, that's wrong. It's in the morning. It's in the morning. Oh, that's good. So we can benefit maximally from the presence of light now. We should observe now that the illumination stress is going down. It's going up. I don't know why. Maybe that is because well, it is certainly. Well, you can see here how intense the light is. Light intensity very high. I guess the problem is the light deficiency is still somehow felt by the plant. I don't know if the simulation there is bad or if it's intentionally a delay simulating that is biology. It doesn't react like a machine where you push a button and then it instantly happens. So the plant hasn't yet understood that there is enough light. And once there is enough light, then this red thing will go away, which is the reason for the illumination stress to increase. Once it no longer increases, it will slowly decrease. And I can take another sip of water. $13, please. Huh. Here we go. I wonder if it will increase like a curve, like eventually 14 and then 15 and 6 and 17. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, very interesting. So The atmosphere should now have equalized. And I think we can turn off these guys. Separate the rooms. And see if the AC can do what it is supposed to. Now it's of course very efficient. Hey, wait, what? Oh, right. The radiators are equalizing the outdoor temperature and the pipe's temperature, which is the goal, yeah. Now it's getting hotter in there, because it's getting colder in the room, slightly at least. This thing is rather fast, but only in this corner. I mean, the temperature that we were observing in the other room was always from the sensor that was at some place in the room. Is the temperature no longer decreasing? Maybe it's not. Oh, now it is? What was I observing with it? Oh, right. Out here it shits out the cooled air, and this is in this world box. Here is the not yet cooled air of the surrounding environment, and over here is of course even warmer air because of the slow exchange. Mm-hmm, 100 degrees, which are now of course being radiated or convected to the planet. Which works even better at night, but also during the day. In a few seconds the light should turn off, because the sun is beyond 90 degrees. Oh, it is already. Oh, it is already off. Okay, that explains then why it's already off. What is the phase change diagram of volatiles when it comes to cleaning the air with pressure? Let's see. If we are at a very high pressure like this, okay, it would have to be very cold. So no, that's out of the question. It doesn't work. Yeah, we could of course use a scrubber. We could put such a thing over there, use volatiles filter and whatever else we want to remove, and then this would be our used gas, the filtered gas, which you just pump out to the atmosphere. But I mean, I don't have any of that stuff in the room. It's just I'm just thinking out loud. It would be interesting to see how much this would accelerate if we would use an active vent in this place. Problem with that is that the pressure that the active vent will create will be so high that the pipe will be constantly creaking. Of course, I could use some tricks to write a different default to it so that this doesn't happen, or I could add a pressure regulator, though that thing sucks 100 somethings, and maybe it would be wiser to just adjust the pressure of the active vent. For that I would need a chip. This room should have one anyway at some point. So it is slowly cooling down, slowly, not very fast. 125 degrees, maybe it would be faster if this pipe wouldn't be so fucking hot. And I think out there it is already very cold. You see, we had 8 megapascals, now we have 10.8 because it's so hot. I should maybe add a few more radiators to that thing. But first I'd like to try out the active vent. Good thing we have a spare active vent over here. What just happened? I don't know what I just did there. Yeah, this thing turned off automatically as soon as there was an error when I removed the pipe. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's verify. Yep. Now it can't do much because there's no influx of air. Let's change that. We're getting the usual problem. We have liquid pollutant here. A little bit of pipe stress, nothing serious. Pressure is increasing and increasing. So is the pipe stress. This is still at 115 degrees, so... Oh, okay, it's heating up. Some AC work is actually happening here, yeah. Yeah, but the problem is the heat cannot be shed fast enough from that pipe. That's why the AC is currently rather ineffective. I mean, it's doing stuff still, yeah. But I'd like it to be really kick-ass. And I think it would be much stronger if that gas would be colder. Maybe there's even a way to verify that slightly. Yep, I think so. I mean, basically, it can be seen by the degree, by the speed at which this gas is getting hotter, and then this process is getting slower and slower, which suggests that my tongue is lame. So, some more pipes then, some more gas to fill in there, and some more radiators. So going up and going down again. How much is that? 1, 2, in the corner, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And maybe another active vent? Or will we stay passive? Let's stay active for now. Whoa, whoa. That is ridiculously fast, didn't expect that. Man, the room has cooled a lot. That's because we cooled the gas. So, enough said. That needs to happen.
Oxygen critical.
Wait, why didn't I go through the doors? So let's get some more gas from this room.
Oxygen low.
Right. My filters are off.
Oxygen critical. Oxygen low.
Why are we having... Where did that liquid pollutant come from? Must be related to this whole device here. Somehow. But can't be. Confusing.
Oxygen low.
Nine, so 8 more. And a passive, an active vent also. And how can I control the pressure? I can use device writer chip. We have some of those, and I would need a memory chip so that I can define the value that I want to write. Here we go. Where can I keep the disk? A locker would be nice. That's enough of them. And a memory chip. 2 of them? 1 or 2? Nope, I want to be fancy. Let's make a small one. Did I already make another active vent? No. Damn.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
honey. So, in case someone hasn't yet understood, the memory switch, the memory chip, even though it's called memory, is basically just a value holder. I can write a value in here with logic chips or with the IC10, but what I can also do is I can just use the screws which are on that device to set a value. And then I can configure the logic writer to read this value and then to write it to this thing. So I can set the maximum value for the pressure here without any further chipping. I actually could put chip in there and could do that from here, but whatever. I mean, whatever floats your boat. Screwdriver. So let's see, here we have 1 and 2. And here we have larger values. That would be something like I would have to click 400 times here for 40 megapascals. Right? 4 times for 400. Yeah, it should be 400 times, but I don't want to. $40,000. Logic memory. Okay, it seems like I can't really go wrong. Active vent, and then I want to write the pressure internal. Now the internal safety is 50.7. Now it's 40. Question is, what will happen when I load my save game? Will everything be initialized in the right order? You can rely on that everything works if you use a MIPS chip with its relentless main loop approach. Okay, let's cool the room then. We have currently 22 degrees Celsius, and this has cooled down significantly, but the pressure is rather low. Let's do something about that. 7 megapascals. 40 degrees, yeah, the canister still had this 80 degrees Celsius stuff in there, or how hot it was. Ah yeah, now we can observe how fast it cools. Even during the day. I mean, it's currently, let's say 15 or 10 degrees Celsius out there. Interesting. Oh, even more interesting. Even though the room is currently being... Oh, what am I saying? Yeah, the room is being cooled, therefore heat is being put into this pipe, but the pipe is getting colder. So the additional things that were put on there had quite some effect. But what happens if I just use the passive vent? Temperature is increasing and increasing and increasing. I don't quite understand what's happening here, because I'm pretty sure that the active vent should have more power to have this effect. Why is this getting so hot? I mean, what the fuck's happening? Did I not turn this on a minute ago? I don't understand. Ah, right. Ah, okay, something was wrong. Maybe I hadn't turned the AC on. Yeah, okay, I guess some stupid mistake once again. Why is it not getting hotter? No, it's cooling down. Is it maybe because the outdoor? I don't understand. I don't know. But is the room being cool? That's the important question. It doesn't feel like it. So what are you doing? I set you to 20 degrees, which is cooling. Why doesn't this have any effect? I mean, an AC that should cool but doesn't, I can do without, thank you. Oh, look at that. It was crashed, I guess. Maybe. Oh, what's going on? Or maybe there's some kind of tolerance window where it says, ah, fuck it, I'm not gonna do anything about it. To find out, I would set the target temperature to 10 degrees. Oh, looky here, something's happening.
Hydration critical.
Interesting, then it heats up again? So I guess this thing will maybe not do anything when it's close to the target temperature. Ah, I'm just pressing the R key, which is usually used, I mean, at least in my system, for my configuration. Like here, for example, to adjust something with a weaker change. You can also use this on the AC. I didn't know that even. Tooltip is not saying that. I forgot to make another active... No, I didn't. $33. I can't say I'm too happy with the effectiveness of the AC. I mean, this one, yeah, I know, makeshift, whatever. Though I would assume it should be stronger. Not enough pressure in there?
Oxygen low. Oxygen low. Oxygen low.
The liquid pollutant in there should come out through these passive drains. Why is it not cooling more strongly? I have experience on all the planets. This is just so weak. I mean, I have little experience on Venus and in the in space, but I played every planet, including Mars, for a while, so I had a cooling assembly that is smaller than this one in a multiplayer game, and it was sufficient to cool down a room. Why is it so weak here? Did they change something? We can see here that the temperature in the pipe is descending rather fast, even though it's 9 megapascals, or rather 300 moles of oxygen. I mean, if you look at this here, this is 10th of degrees, and this is 10th, and this is 100th, and this was going down very slowly for the room over there. What happens if I turn this on again? Or rather, pump this empty? Now it's cooling strongly, yeah, but that's not fair because I was basically just pausing this for the whole time. I was catching up. But I still think that putting some more pressure into this system would have a stronger cooling effect. Now that we're actually experimenting with that very problem, how to cool down the room, maybe I should put in the work, but I don't have enough lines of code left on this thing. I'll just write that down as one thing that I have to do between videos. Well, I'm not sure. It is cooling relatively fast, but wasn't it faster when there were a few megapascals in here? Currently it's only 200 kilopascals. Yeah, okay, what's the other room doing? $18 degrees. Pollutant is still in the air. Yeah, the scrubber seemed a bit more effective, right? So, to really cool the room, I think this should be extended by 2 more rows, and now it's cooling down as fuck because now it's trying to heat the room to 20 degrees. For some reason it's still getting colder. What is happening here, man? Can someone explain this shit? Why is the AC still so fucked up? Or isn't it? Maybe there was just a room that was flowing into this corner. And I still don't know if it would be less or more effective if I just use the passive vent. This is very disappointing. Should I slap on some more pipes or should we stop the video by now? What's the time? Oh, it's late. Almost 3 hours. But I think we can afford to expand this by 2 more. Don't know how many I would need.
Power low. Oxygen low.
Growing moderately well towards seeding. Why moderately well, if I may ask? How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16. So with 20 should be kind of enough. Steel and gold. I already have 3 over there, I believe. So we would need 16, let's say 20 overall. 17 then. How do you get charcoal again?
Waste tank caution.
Or rather, not charcoal. How do we get bio stuffs? Biomass. Ah, here we go. That's what you need. I don't need rotten eggs or rotten potatoes, but biomass. How do you get that? By putting biomass in the centrifuge. That seems kind of self-referential, if I may say so. Huh. Yeah. Thanks. So let's do this thing
Oxygen low.
from the outside. Wait, I might need some more oxygen. And I might have to drop some more gas. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. How many do we have over here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 30, 33. Yeah, slightly more. Slightly more. Pressure is alright, but still 6 mega is very good. Okay, what happens? Immediately the temperature rises in there, so immediately the AC is trying to cool down the room. And it's actually effective, if I may say so. So what we can say is, if we keep the pressure differential between what we have here and what it is working with small, the AC will be very strong. Yep. So now we can see the AC in action, doing something actually effectively. Now this is the time to remove the active vent temporarily and see how well we fare with only the passive vent. I try to wait until this has equalized somewhat. Purpose here is to cool down the waste pipe. Any pollutant left? Yeah, still, motherfucker. Okay. Turn on. And try to set to 10 degrees.
Welcome to Exosphere.
Oh, the room is cooling down somewhat. It appears that we don't need the active vent. Though there is an active vent running here, maybe that does contribute to the air exchange in the room. Yeah, probably. This moves the air, but it shouldn't have a minor effect only. So we can tell we don't need the active vent to cool the room. What we need is a large cooling system out there, so that the waste gas can be made useful again. That's what we have to do. Alright, so let's deconstruct this whole dog shit here. Oh no, what am I doing? What I want to do now is very obvious, I think. I would have to expand the other one too, so that we can have a reasonable comparison. Okay. No more gold. Uh, 16 or so. I think that's all we need really to expand this. And we have that. There would be one more up and down. I'd rather double it while we're at it. Yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to create the pill, which we already have, but you know, good to have a reserve, which takes 1 silver, 1 cobalt, and 10 phenoxytone, which these days just means, which just means to add fern. We already have 5, so I need to click 5 more times with some fern in my hand. And I need to click 1 time with some cobalt. And it's cool that we can just click on this thing also with an ingot. I didn't even know that was possible. Oh, which reminds me, instead of using these pipe radiators, what I could do instead, I could use the medium radiators, which I couldn't just place on the planet's surface. So that's a bit more cumbersome, but they're much more powerful than these little pipe radiators. Let's see. Come on, can you see how much thermal convection? Yeah, they radiate and they oh, interesting, they also have the convection. Interesting. They also have some convection. But here, that's the convection radiators that we were using. Thermal convection, oh, also radiate. Okay, so thermal convection 1.05. However, 1.5. Okay, that's not that much stronger. Then we have this one, which I've never built so far, never. Oh, they're only for radiation, yeah, but they radiate very strongly. Yeah, I guess that's what that is then. We can build the medium convection radiator. What? Didn't I read a much smaller number just a few seconds ago? Anyway, okay, this is a 9.3 convection versus these little jokers here with 1. So 9 times as strong. Yeah, that would have been worth it. No more gold. So let's see what we can do with this. Oh. When will the next storm hit? And fuck with our measurements. I think during a storm, the climate is slightly different. And I don't know how strong convection might be affected by an ongoing storm. Uh-huh. $49. Hilarious. Exactly 49. Temperature keeps dipping. Yeah, let's see how fast we can cool this down. I guess I will accelerate now. Pretty sure that this pumping here also helps mixing through the entire air. Yeah, 16 degrees. Was already heated from minus 20 or so degrees up to 10. Yeah, shedding the heat, that's the trick. Okay, now we have 20 degrees in here whenever we want them, I guess. And I will just ignore this room for now and go back to the other one and then stop the video because it has been enough for today. Driving towards fruiting, good. Oh, look at that. We're actually doing some damage here. Huh. Not that it is a problem, but still. Okay. See you next time.